Climate change, I think, for me, is something that I certainly make myself aware of the wider implications. Just like saving the environment or not polluting.
Climate change just simply means the change in the climate, the world's climate. So such as changes in the temperature, the heat, the wind, the snow, rainfall, sunshine.
Climatic conditions are in a way very essential to a particular place because it determines the kind of food you grow in your place, and also like it can determine the kind of activities that can go on in a particular place, like recreational activities.
I don't think man has made enough pollution or done so much to affect the climate of the earth.
Yeah, climate change is when it has to do with the change in weather conditions over a long period of time, caused by depletion in the ozone layer, I think. To me, climate change is caused by man causes all these things because due to industrialization, where we have like a lot of CO2 in the air, it's causing the ozone layer to like deplete. So there are holes in the ozone layer. So therefore, the sun is now coming on the earth, so it's changing the weather conditions where we have different weather at different times.
I grew up in Scotland where it was very, very cold, and one of the differences that's being made is that Scotland's a lot warmer now. But is that good for the planet? I don't think so. I think industrialisation and man-made sort of gases that are flying into the atmosphere are destroying the Earth's ability to renew itself. And I think we've got a disaster looming if we're not very careful and if we don't take the issue of climate change very seriously. So we must do things to reduce emissions into the atmosphere of bad gases and start to clean up our oceans and start to look after the thing we probably don't hold that precious, but it's the most precious thing we've got, and that's the earth.
We've got no more seasons like we used to have. Summer's more like winter, and winter's like summer with plenty rain and not enough sun. And I don't know if this is due to what people say or it's just natural occurrence, because the weather does change, doesn't it, naturally? But they keep trying to tell us we've got to save the earth, but I don't know whether it's just natural happening or not, or we're just going to some expense for have all this green electricity and that. I don't know whether it'll make any difference or not.
Animals.
I think that climate change is an issue that we don't know the full facts about it. I think that we should have a more kind of like truthful debate on it, where people are talking about whether or not we actually are harming the environment in the way that they say that we are.
People should reconsider how they use the resources of our planet, because the climate change, our future depends on the climate. If the climate changes, the water level becomes too high, we just can't live on our planet anymore. So it's not only our future, but the future of our children. So it's really important for us.
Climate change is not a good thing to me, because in nowadays, climate change become a pollution problem. It means our life environment become worse, and winter become cold then cold, and summer become hot and hot. So it's not very good for human or animals' life in the future. This is the biggest problem for human to deal with.
Climate change is really important, because nowadays in Japan, in the rainy season is June, but this year it didn't rain too much because of the climate change. So it means the global warming is becoming worse and worse. It's because the human did something wrong, and then the nature that we have is becoming extinct. So we really have to do something to change, and then we need to do something important to change this fact. We need to protect our nature.
When it has to do with changing weather conditions over a long
the
period
damage
of
to the
time
environment
caused by
has
depletion
serious
of the ozone
consequences
layer, I
both
think.
economically
To me,
and
climate
for
change
people's health.
is caused by
Climate change
worldwide
just
should
simply
do something
means
about
the
reducing
change in the
emissions.
climate,
We've
the
got
world's
no more
climate.
seasons like
So
we
such as
used to
changes
have.
in the temperature,
Summer's more
the
like
heat,
winter, winter's
the
like summer with
wind,
plenty
the
rain
snow,
and not enough
rainfall,
sun.
sunshine.
And I don't know this
And
is
from
due
what
to
I understand,
what
it
people say,
kind
or
of
it's
it's
just
different in
natural
different world
occurrence,
part of the
'cause
world.
weather does
Such
change,
as
doesn't
it's
it, naturally?
quite different in England,
They
it's
keep
different
trying
in
to tell us we've got to
Africa.
save the earth, but I don't
think
know
that
whether
climate
it's
change is
just
an
natural
issue that
happening
we
or
don't
not.
know the
Or we're
full
just going to
facts
some
about
expense
it. I think
to
that
have
we
all
should
this
have
green
a more
electricity and
kind of
that.
like
I don't know whether
truthful
it'll make
debate
any
on it,
difference or
where
not.
people are
We
talking
probably
about
don't hold that
whether
precious,
or not we
but
actually
it's
are
the most
harming the
precious thing we've got,
environment
and
in
that's
way
the
that
earth.
we say that we are.
Mm-hmm.